I am Meena Madam. I have to teach political science in your class. In your political science book, there are 6 chapters, but first chapter is omitted. So we have to study only 5 chapters. We have to start with second chapter. In this chapter, we have to study about democracy. In this chapter, we have to study the meaning of democracy, features of democracy, merits and demerits of democracy, and the broader meaning of democracy. Let us start with the definition of democracy. In fact, there are 3 aspects of democracy: social, economic, and political. But in political sense, we have to study only the political aspect of democracy. So, in political sense, democracy means a form of government in which rulers are elected by people and run the country on the behalf of people. It means democracy is a form of government in which country is run by the people through their elected representatives. In fact, this definition is incomplete before its 4 features, and these features are: the very first one is that all the major decisions should be taken by the elected rulers for running country. Second one is free and fair election. Third one is one person, one vote, one value. It means universal adult franchise. And fourth one is rule of law and respect for rights. Now we have to study all these features one by one in detail. The very first feature is that all the major decisions should be taken by the elected rulers. It is true that even the rulers are elected by the people, but if they don't have the right to take the decision for running country, that form of the government can't be considered a democratic government. Let us take the example of Pakistan under the rule of General Pervez Musharraf. In 1999, General Pervez Musharraf, with the help of the army, overthrown elected government of Pakistan through army coup and declared himself the chief executive of Pakistan, and later he became the president of Pakistan. The elected government was under the president who was not elected. In August 2002, he issued the legal framework order, and this order included: first one is the president can dismiss the national and provincial assemblies. Here provincial means state assemblies. Second one was the work of the civilian cabinet can be supervised by a National Security Council which is dominated by the military officers. Second feature of democracy is that elections should be free and fair. Even the government is elected and it is having right to take decision for running country, but the process through which government is formed is not a free or fair. It can't be considered a democratic system. Let us take the example of Mexico. Mexico got independence in 1930. After every 6 years election is held to elect its president until 2000. Every election was won by the party, that is Institutional Revolutionary Party, and the short form of this one is PRI. This party used many tricks to win the election. Now, so for example, teachers of the government school pressurized parents of students to cast their vote for PRI. Employees of the government job pressurized to cast vote in the favor of PRI. Third one was media was in the favor of government and ignored the activities of opposition. Fourth one, the PRI spent a lot of money in campaign for its candidate. And last one is to make difficult for people to cast vote. Sometimes the polling booths were changed from one place to another. And the third feature of democracy is one person, one value, one vote. It means there should be the universal adult franchise. In fact, in democracy, there should be the political equality. Every person should be treated equally and should be given the right to vote. Without it, the democracy can't be succeeded. But there are so many examples of the countries where the people are not treated equally. For example, in Saudi Arabia, women do not have right to vote. In Estonia, Russian minority do not have right to vote. In Fiji, the value of the vote of Indian Fiji are less than the native of that country. Now, the fourth feature of democracy is rule of law and respect for rights of people. Now, in fact, no system can be considered a democratic country if there is no rule of law and the rights of the people are not respected. And here we can give the example of the Zimbabwe that got independence in 1980, and there one party, that is ZANU PF, ruled over for a long time. Its leader was Robert Mugabe. In fact, this party, under the leadership of Robert Mugabe, broke in all the rules and regulations and violated the rights of people. Many examples are there that show that this party break the rules. The first one is the constitution of this country was amended for many times to increase the power of the government. Second one is that opposition was harassed and their meetings were disturbed. Public protests and demonstrations were declared illegal. Laws were made to limit the rights to criticize the president, and the people were not given their rights. So such system can't be considered democratic. Now I am giving you some questions and you have to write the answer of these questions in your copy. The very first question is define democracy. Second one is write the features of democracy. Third one is write a short notes on the measures taken by the government of Mexico to win the election. Fourth one is write the short notes on legal framework order. And fifth is mention the name of countries where the law of universal adult franchise is not followed.